That Music Always Round Me by Walt Whitman. That music always round me, unceasing, unbeginning, yet long untaught I did not hear. But now the chorus I hear and am elated, a tenor, strong, ascending with power and health, with glad notes of daybreak I hear. A soprano, at intervals sailing buoyantly over the tops of immense waves, a transparent bass shuddering lusciously under and through the universe. The triumphant tutti, the funeral wailings with sweet flutes and violins, all these I fill myself with. I hear not the volumes of sound merely, I am moved by the exquisite meanings. I listen to the different voices winding in and out, striving, contending with fiery vehemence to excel each other in emotion. I do not think the performers know themselves, but now I think I begin to know them. Our next song, My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose, is a personal favorite of Jeremy's. Its text by Robert Burns is very famous and commonly set to music, but this specific arrangement by David Lance is a hidden gem in the choral scene. Ours is one of the first choirs ever to sing it. The harmony weaves seamlessly between D minor, D Dorian, and D major. The text sings of true love and of the many timeless, wonderful things that true love evokes. A few of them are with us today: a rose sprung in June and a melody sung in tune. Hopefully in tune, that is. I guess we'll find out right now.
It feels good to be back here again. Another season, another year of memories with our UUSM choir, and I must say, I am incredibly blessed to have a choir as wonderful as ours to work with week in and week out. Even more than our Sunday services themselves, to me, I truly find my weekly reset when we all warm up together at the beginning of rehearsal on Thursday nights. No matter where I am in life, no matter what is happening outside these walls, truly the best way for me to find center is by leading some stretches, doing some breathing exercises, and singing some scales. After all, as a lifelong chorister, I've been doing stretches, breathing, and scales several times a week since I was 9. It's just what you do as part of this life. And this routine, in fact, connects my 9-year-old self to my current 29-year-old self. And with any luck, I'll be doing the same routine at 39, at 59, 79. Singing truly is a lifelong passion. Anyway, this is now my 3rd ever choir festival homily. In the past, I have zoomed all the way out and talked about big picture stuff like my perspective on music as a literal ministerial mechanism and my anxieties about an AI-laden future, but my optimism about how music, specifically live performance, will still have a place. Today, I'd like to focus the scope a touch narrower and use the Walt Whitman poem that Andy so expertly introduced as a mechanism to describe several concepts I believe in and appreciate about music. Or in other words, Walt Whitman wrote this beautiful text and communicated extraordinary meaning in such concise, select words, and I'm going to unpack it and just ruin it by talking way too much. So, Whitman begins, that music always round me, unceasing, unbeginning. My goodness. Despite living a few centuries before me, I already feel like he wrote this text directly about me. Music is always, always around me. There's always a song in my head, a song in my heart, a song that just can't get out of there no matter how much I'm trying to focus on whatever else. Right now, that song is Once in a Lifetime by Talking Heads. It's just there. And I didn't write that in, by the way. I left a gap for whatever song happened to be there, and that is what it is, I promise. It's unlikely to be that way for very long. I'm sure I'll come up with another song in like 10 minutes and that'll be in there for a while, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And I know I'm not alone in this. Please raise your hand if this Walt Whitman quote describes you as well. A song in your head, a song in your heart. Raise your hand or keep it raised if there is a song in your head right now. And look around. Look at that. I think that's really cool. Because in a sense, embedded within the tranquility of our shared worship space is an absolute cacophony of mental music. This is universal. It's a case for both experienced professional musicians and enthusiastic amateurs. And it is why I believe in music as ministry so strongly. Because when we make music together, we align all of our internal songs, and for just a moment, we achieve inner spiritual harmony that is concurrent with the physical external harmony of chords sounding. Those are one and the same. I can't stress it enough. So Whitman continues with his first thought, "Yet long untaught, I did not hear. Yet long untaught, I did not hear." This line takes me back to when I was first taking music theory classes in college. Studying music for me was a different sensation than for any other subject, because with other subjects like history or math, subjects I love deeply, to be clear, I don't mean to disparage, there is a blueprint. There's something you don't know, or maybe a skill you don't have, and so you learn it. You don't know it, and then you learn it, and then you do. Contrast that with music. My collegiate musical upbringing felt a lot less like learning new things, and instead learning new ways to describe things that I already fundamentally and implicitly understood. I knew concepts like tonic and dominant and authentic cadence well over a decade before I learned those words' definitions, and it's not because I'm a musician. It's because I'm a human. It is impossible for a person to live a life on this planet and not develop some relationship with music. So nobody is starting from zero when it's time to educate about music. A proper music education can and should be built on the foundation you already have by virtue of being a person. This is why I sigh when folks say that they aren't musicians, or, oh, I'm not a musician, I'm not musical. Because to me, that's essentially equivalent to them saying, oh, I'm not a person. It doesn't make any sense. And indeed, it was my privilege to work as a teacher's assistant for intro music classes for a few years, give several generations of Stanford students the chance to discover the musician that already existed within themselves, and then nurture that budding musician in education. And of course, now in my new job with Ragazzi, it's expected that I integrate education into my music direction, which is great. Because for some directors and singers, they want nothing to do with education. Just tell us the notes and we'll sing them. But for me, learning music and learning about music are two sides of the same coin. I find it downright irresponsible to do one without the other. Moving on with Whitman, he goes on to describe the various sections of the choir: a tenor, strong; a soprano sailing buoyantly over the top; a transparent bass, shuddering lusciously under and through the universe. And then, my personal favorite, Whitman gave a perfect nod to the most underappreciated section, the altos, by either forgetting them or intentionally choosing not to mention them altogether. So, altos, neglected as always, you didn't get your love during the poem, so I'll give it to you here. I love altos. My mother is an alto. My first voice part was alto. Your part is often the most boring, but not always. And even when it is, take it away and our music sounds empty and unsatisfying. You, altos, are our largest section at the UUSM choir, most a number, and our most consistent section too. So UUSM, give it up for your altos. That'll hold them over for a few years. Whitman goes on, I hear not the volumes of sound merely, I am moved by the exquisite meanings. Not the volumes of sound merely, I am moved by the exquisite meanings. And again, here, he completely hits the nail on the head for me. Because singing is unique among music in that when you sing, it's never just the notes. Notes are the pieces, but words tie it all together in meaning. Sung songs must have meanings that go beyond just the melodic or the harmonic. In fact, it is the masterful marriage of textual meaning to compatible music that I think makes singing specifically as a music modality especially transcendent. And because sung music has this embedded element of textual meaning, that affords the singers the option, nay, responsibility of being visually expressive as a way to deliver the music. Many of you know that I sing barbershop, which is among singing traditions. It places an especially significant emphasis on performance. Because a mentor once told me in simple terms, people don't go to choir concerts to close their eyes. Only one of our Platonic senses has an entire lobe of our brain dedicated to it, and it's not hearing, it's sight. How cool is it that as we visually sing a song, not only can we communicate the meaning through the text, but through our bodies and our expressions too. And I know that through 4 songs here in this choir festival, the UUSM job has done a wonderful job reflecting the music's message with their expressions. And if they haven't, we still have 3 more songs to get it right. Lastly, Whitman closes with, I do not think the performers know themselves, but now I think I begin to know them. It's so good. You know, I've sung in a lot of settings where I didn't know my fellow singers at all. Like when you just join a choir and you've yet to know everybody, or as a professional, a lot of pop-up gigs and stuff. It is a bizarre, but also cool feeling to be singing next to someone and not at all know them. You don't know their name, you don't know their story, but you still feel deeply connected to them because despite not knowing them at all, you are, through singing, physically, sonically, and spiritually aligned. What a cool sensation. So I hope you picked up at least a fraction of the enthusiasm and reverence I have for singing, for music making, for my guy Walt Whitman. We still have a few more songs before this choir festival is over, and this next one, Rising for Our Lives, is without question the most epic. This is an original UU anthem I learned while at the AUM conference in Atlanta last July. It's all about gathering together and speaking up against unfettered power and systems of evil. And our own Paula McKay is on the solo. Thank you, everyone, for being here today for this choir festival service. We've got one more song, but before we do, I just want to do a little bit of acknowledgments, perhaps. Special thanks to Paul Zawilski for all of the piano playing that you have done for us throughout the year. You see Paul as the main part of our music team, but then there are also lots of other parts that you don't see, because there are times when either Paul or myself have to travel. So I just want to take a little bit of time to acknowledge those folks. So first of all, for substitute pianists for Paul, of course we know Inora Morgenstern, but also frequently coming in as Yongyu Gao. Also Nancy Whitaker and Jeffrey Chin have helped us out this past year. So for our substitute pianists, thank you all so much for coming into our space. Similarly, there are times when I'm not here to lead choir rehearsal, and when that happens, I am blessed in that I have 3 different people who I've been able to call in the past year. With each of them, I know that the choir is in very capable hands. So that is Tim Silva and Grant Bishko, and especially Emily Ross, who has joined us in our soprano section this year. Thank you all so much. We traditionally, when I joined here, we called this service the Music Festival. I've rebranded it a touch as Choir Festival, only because there are so many other great musicians who have contributed in our space throughout the year, and I sort of want to make this about us so that we don't feel like we're taking you for granted at all. So for the people who have lent music in our space, Chris LaPaglia often, Amanda Payne as well has lent her songs, the Sacred Song Circle. It's fantastic to be able to rely on you when we get the chance, including next week. So we've got such a great, strong music culture here at UUSM, and that is absolutely something to celebrate, always and forever, but perhaps especially today. We are leaving these chalices lit because of the congregational meeting, which is happening 15 minutes after this service concludes. So you heard the whole spiel about finger foods and whatnot, so do that, be here. Anything else? No, that's it. Thanks, everyone. We got one more song for you.